Forests are useful to us in many ways. Forests have many trees, and these trees take in water from their roots and release water vapor into the air through evaporation. This results in formation of clouds in the sky, which in turn results in rainfall. This is a part of a water cycle. If deforestation takes place, the number of trees will decrease and the water cycle will be affected. Apart from plants and animals, forests also provide shelter to many people. Some of the people belong to different tribes. These people depend on forests for food, shelter, water, and medicines. They also have traditional knowledge about many medicinal plants in the forest. The dense bushes and the tall grass in the forests provide animals with food and shelter. They also protect the herbivores like deers, rabbits, etc. from carnivores that live in the forest. We can find decaying heaps of animal droppings in forests. Several beetles and bugs feed on these heaps. Seedlings of herbs and shrubs also germinate on these heaps. The animals also disperse the seeds of certain plants and help the forest to grow and regenerate, and the decaying animal dung also provides nutrients to the seedlings to grow. By harboring greater variety of plants, the forest provides greater opportunities for food and also provides habitat for many herbivores, which in turn increases availability of food for a variety of carnivores. These wide varieties of animals help the forest to regenerate and grow. Decomposers help in maintaining the supply of nutrients to the growing plants in the forest. Therefore, the forest is a dynamic living entity. Forest acts as a natural absorbers of rainwater and allows it to seep. It helps maintain the water table throughout the year. The raindrops will not hit the forest floor directly. The uppermost layer of the forest canopy interrupts the flow of raindrops, and most of the water comes down through the branches and the stems of the trees. From the leaves, rainwater drips slowly over the branches of the shrubs and herbs. Then, the raindrops falls on the layer of dead leaves over the forest floor and makes them wet. But water will not stagnate in the forest. Forests not only help in controlling floods, but also help in maintaining the flow of water in the streams so that we get a steady supply of water.
Harmful effects are loss of species. Now when the forests are not there anymore, what happens to those animals which were living inside the forest? They also get lost. A lot of them die over a period of time, and therefore this entire species get lost. Soil erosion. Now due to lack of trees, the soil becomes loose and they get easily carried away during rainfall. So that ways we lose the precious or the important top layer of soil. Increased concentration of carbon dioxide. Now when plants were there, they used to take in carbon dioxide. So they used to reduce the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. But when there are no plants, what happens is the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere keeps on increasing. And carbon dioxide has a property that it acts as greenhouse gas. That is, it tries to trap the infrared radiation of the sun. Now I will not get into the detail of that right now, but all I want to say is when the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere increases, it results in global warming. It results in overall increase in temperature of the earth, because carbon dioxide is one of the greenhouse gases. Methane, carbon dioxide, these are the main greenhouse gases. So they have the ability to trap infrared radiation, and infrared radiation results in increase in temperature. So that way it is not desirable to have high level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Lowered groundwater level. Now, as we saw that when you have soil, when you have a forested area, so it is easier for water to pass or to seep through the soil. Now, when the forested area is converted into a factory, so the cemented floor of the factory will not allow water to pass through and increase the level of groundwater, obviously. So that means when the forest is converted into industries or factories or human settlements, so the groundwater level also decreases, because now groundwater is not receiving any water from rainfall. Destroy forest ecosystem, so the entire ecosystem inside the forest gets spoiled, because the animals, insects, birds, everybody lose their habitat, so they also lose trace of their food habits. They do not get proper food, so the entire ecosystem get disturbed. Possibility of flood increases. Now, as I said, when you have lot of trees, the flood doesn't happen, because the one thing is presence of so many trees do not allow water logging on the ground. So it doesn't allow water, first of all, to directly hit the ground. So water drips in through the forest canopy over the leaves and the branches, and that's how it gradually reaches drop by drop to the soil. So therefore, due to the presence of forests, floods can be avoided. But when there are no forests, possibility of flood also increases. And we all know that flood can cause huge destruction of life and property.